Hi, everybody. I'm Pamela Konezik, and I'm excited to be with you today to talk to you a little bit about Class 101. I am the owner of Class 101 Central Wisconsin, and I'm happy to share with you about what we do at Class 101 and why I'm excited to bring this amazing service to our region. So some of you might know me. I have 4 kids, 3 of them at Wausau West. Actually, one of them just graduated, my son Noah. We just went through the college planning process with him, and through that experience, I learned that there's a lot of opportunity. It was frustrating and it was confusing, and we missed out on some scholarship opportunities and other things that we just knew nothing about. And frankly, it kind of hurt our relationship a little bit for a time, and I didn't want to do that in our last year before college. So in talking with friends, really started to understand that people needed to learn about this process and that there was just a great opportunity to help people optimize their own college planning experience and avoid some of those pitfalls that we fell in. So that's how it started. I also have experience as a financial advisor and worked with a lot of families to help them plan for college from a financial standpoint. So between my personal experience and my work experience, I just got really passionate in this area. And so fast forward, and here I am, the first comprehensive college planner in Central Wisconsin. And I'm super excited to be talking to you guys, my first group, my first audience, about this whole thing. So I do offer, as part of comprehensive college planning, I do offer standalone ACT prep classes, and I know that's what you guys are interested in, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I hope that you'll stick with me through this video, because at the end, I just want to talk to you about how I'd like to bring you on board in this journey with me to help me launch this business in our area, and what I'd like to do to make that happen. So first, I know you guys are really interested in statistics and facts, so I'm going to start there. Class 101 has actually been around for 23 years. You may not have known that. It is new to our area, but it's certainly not new. Class 101 has tons of experience in this area. Since it started by our founder, who actually was an ACT instructor, it has grown to 47 franchises nationally, and I'm number 47. Class 101 has given over 15,000 ACT and SAT tests. And our students have watched over 1 million videos to help them learn, which is available on our online platform, which I'll talk about a little bit further in a minute. We're the leading college planning program that exists. And in the time that we've been working with students, we've seen an average improvement of 3.1 points on the ACT after taking our course. So it's very reasonable to expect an increase from 2 or even 4 points after taking the ACT prep class. So how do we do this? Well, it just starts with amazing materials. And in my search as a business person, I decided Class 101 just had the best platform to offer from a material standpoint. Also, just caring about students is a big part of Class 101. So, but it starts with the materials. So I'm going to show you, if I can find here, the book. There we go. So this is the ACT study guide that your child would get as part of this class. You can see down here it talks about tips, timing, trends, techniques, and targeted areas of improvement. So the T words, we really focus on those. We also start with this written version because that's what kids are experiencing right now. It is still offered in person and on paper. So we want to make sure that they have experience taking tests in person and on paper and working on materials in that way. So we do that in class time, and then we marry that with our online platform, which I'll talk about in a minute. But just looking at these T words again, we really like to focus on all of them, but trends is really, really important because that's what makes your child who he or she is. Each child has their own needs, their own areas that they need to work on, their own trends, which is their opportunities for improvement. So we really work on that. Our online platform, as I mentioned, has all of the same materials that are in the workbook, but just on a online format. So just like in the book, these are different lessons and units that are covered. And in between sessions, in between the in-person classroom sessions, which we'll talk about how many of those there are in a minute, the student can go home and log on to Central Wisconsin Class 101, myactcourse.com, and then they get to this interface. This is our lesson map, and you can see here's parts of speech. If we kind of click on that, that's going to take us into some materials there that students can work on their own time in between sessions. So here's a worksheet or a challenge problem actually that I just kind of randomly filled in the answers. You can see I did very poorly here, but what's great is students can drill in and find out, well, why did I get that answer wrong? So there's actually a video to back it up.
In this video, we're going to knock out number 1, 2, and 3, and being the first one, and is a conjunction. That's answer choice C.
So obviously I'm not going to make you watch that whole video, but what's amazing is that every single question, every single problem has that video support behind it. So your students can actually go home and they can do some more work outside of the classroom and develop their understanding. So I love this online platform. I hope you can see the value of it. This is just a 10,000 foot view right now. As an instructor, as I learn your child and their areas that they need to improve on, I can assign worksheets. This student, I assigned parallelism lists and word pairs. And you can see it's due on this date. I can see if it's in fact been completed, if the student is struggling with that, and if more work is needed. So there's also quizzes that can be assigned and things like that. So I love this platform. I've not seen it anywhere else. I'm super excited about it. It's incredibly beefy and it has lots of material. So hopefully, as I said, that you guys are seeing the value of that. So again, we focus on trends. So I wanted to show you, this is the top 10 trends list that we work on. These are developed with your specific child based on their baseline test. So this is a baseline test for Matthew Pabin taken back in 2018. His original score was 24. You can see this score report is generated and it gives us a lot of great information, high level, 24 composite. Also, we see specific subject areas and how he did there. You can see he needs a little more work in English and reading. So I'm going to drill down into that and find out, well, specifically, where can I help him? So it looks like in grammar and usage, he needs some work on idioms, prepositions, and word usage. There's a lot of different information in here. Commas, 7 out of 11. A lot of people have problems with commas. So that's an area I'd probably work with him on. So I could go back here and I could find worksheets and lessons and assign those to him that would address those specific issues. So from there, then we can actually maximize the time that we spend together, focusing on the right things. I also love our online platform because it allows us so much flexibility in this time of social distancing. It also is going to allow us to pivot very quickly as ACT changes format in the coming years. And so we're going to be able to work with kids both on paper and online, which is really awesome. So let's see. We talked about Matthew. What's really great is his story ends with him jumping from a 24 to a 29. Matthew has now been accepted into his dream school, and his financial package is based on an ACT score of 29, not 24. So he went through our ACT prep class. He also went through comprehensive planning, and we're just really proud of Matthew and happy for him. So additionally, beyond the online platform and the workbook, we also offer just a ton of tips for our students. There's actually over 40 tips that we offer based on this 23 years of experience with the ACT test and just test taking in general. Not going to have time to go into those in great detail right now, but I just wanted you to know that this is a huge benefit to our students because one of the biggest barriers they run into is just time, just getting through the test on time. And we want to make sure that they're equipped and able to give every question, every problem, the appropriate time that they need, so they're not guessing there at the end. So yeah, and then, another thing is that our system has great accountability. I'm super proud of this. Communication is huge at Class 101. Every Monday, parents get an email from me that talks about what your kid is doing and how they're doing, and if there's any way you can support them at home based on the additional work that I am assigning and the top 10 trends that I've identified. So we're a team, we're going to work together, and you're going to hold me accountable, we're going to hold your child accountable, and we're just all going to move forward and make sure that we give your child the best opportunity possible. And What's really awesome is when you join an ACT prep class, you're not buying into just an 8-week course and the materials that I've described, but you're actually able to keep the online platform going for a full year. So even after the in-course prep class is completed, your child can access this online platform and all of the worksheets and all of the lessons and all of the quizzes and keep drilling down and keep improving on their own. So that's something that's just not out there anywhere else. And one of the reasons why I'm really excited to bring Class 101 to Central Wisconsin. So that's what an ACT prep course looks like at Class 101. So super high level overview. Hopefully you've seen some of the value and how we are different than any competitors that are in our area, which really there are none. There are some that I know you could drive to. But in our area, there just isn't anybody else doing these kind of things. And we set ourselves apart with this online platform and the personal attention, individualized instruction that we give your child. So I hope you see that value. And I am wanting to bring you guys on this journey with me. I know that you will be very happy with the experience that you have. And my goal is to just work my very best for your child so that you're extremely happy with the result and that you will help me by spreading the word and help this local business get off the ground. So along those lines, this whole program is usually $5.99. Again, that's for one full year of access to this online platform, as well as the 8 in-classroom sessions and the workbook. We also do have a 4-week option that we could talk about, but the 8-week option is $5.99. But I want to give it to my Wausau West family for $4.99 to this particular group. So if you're interested, I would love to talk to you about setting up this class and getting it on the calendar very quickly so we can get through it before football starts, before practice season is here, and before Wausau West starts winning all those amazing football games. So we'll be in touch. Thank you again for listening and sticking with me, and I hope you have a great day. Go Warriors!